Hey girls, I said I'd record a video going through your solutions to factorising quadratic trinomials from the worksheet, okay? So basically the first one was factorising. You had about 12 questions to do. X squared plus 5x plus 6. And as I said here, remember you think of the signs first. So your first thing is bring out the plus 6. You think of the signs that you multiply together to give you a plus. So it's a plus times a plus or a minus times a minus. You then think about what are the factors of plus 6 that when multiplied together will give 6, but when added together will give 5. Forget about the sign that's in front of the 5 here for a second. So let's do my factors. 1 times 6 is 6. 6 plus 1, does that give me 5? No, it doesn't. Let's go again. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 plus 2, does that give me 5? Yes, it does. I'm either taking 2 pluses or 2 minuses. So what sign is in front of the 5 here? It's a plus, so I'm taking the 2 pluses then. So my factors are x plus 3 and x plus 5. Okay? The next one then, factorise x squared plus 8x plus 12. Okay, I bring out the plus 12. Again, I remind myself what signs multiplied together will give me a plus. So it's a plus times a plus or a minus times a minus. I'm then putting the plus 12 and I'm thinking about what factors when multiplied together will give you 12, but when added together will give you 8. Forget about the sign here for a second. So we'll do our factors. 1 times 12 is 12. Do I stop there? No, I don't, because 12 plus 1 will give me 13, not 8. Let's go again. 2 times 6 will give me 12. 6 plus 2, will that give me 8? Yes, it will. What sign is in front of the middle term? It's a plus, so I'm going with the 2 pluses here then. So that will give me x plus 2 and x plus 6. And that's my answer. Okay, 3 then. Factorise x squared plus 9x plus 14. Again, I bring out the plus 14. I remind myself what signs multiplied together will give me 14. So it's a plus times a plus or a minus times a minus. I'm getting the factors then of 14 that I multiply together to give me 14, but add together to give me 9. Forget about that sign for a second, okay? So 1 times 14 is 14. 2 times, do I stop there? Because 14 plus 1 will give me 15 and not 9. Let's go again. 2 times 7 is 14, but 2 plus 7, does that give me 9? Yes, it does. What sign is in front of the middle term? It's a plus. So I go and take the 2 pluses. So put a plus here, put a plus here. Therefore, my 2 brackets are x plus 2 and x plus 7. Okay? Question 4 then. X squared, factorise x squared plus 11x plus 24. So you realise now that factorising is creating brackets, okay? So, again, I bring out the plus 24. I remind myself what two signs multiplied together will give me plus. So plus times a plus or minus times a minus will give me a plus. I'm then getting the factors of 24 that when multiplied together will give me 24, but when added together will give me 11. Forget about the sign here for a second, okay? So 1 times 24 is 24. 24 plus 1 gives you 25, not 11. Let's go again. 2 times 12 will give me 24. 12 plus 2, does that give me 11? No, it doesn't. It gives me 14. I need to go again. 3 times 8 will give me 24. 8 plus 3, will that give me 11? Yes, it does. Now, am I taking 2 pluses or 2 minuses? The sign in front of the middle term and tell me what I'm taking. So I'm taking pluses. So plus goes here, plus goes here. So my two factors then are x plus 3 and x plus 8. Okay? Now, what I said here is I'm going to check whether I've done this or factorised this correctly. So how I'll do it, I'll work backwards, okay? So we'll multiply out these two brackets and they should bring me back to this expression up here. So x plus 3 and x plus 8. So I'll have x times x plus 8. And then plus 3 times x plus 8, okay? So multiply out your brackets, you'll have x times x plus x times 8 plus 3 times x plus 3 times 8. Expand, you'll have x squared plus 8x plus 3x plus 24. Let's simplify that, put your like terms together. So there's only one x squared that goes down. We've got 8x plus 3x, which is 11x, and we've got 24. And is that what my expression was up here? Yes, it was. So I factorised this correctly. Okay, question 5 then. Factorise x squared plus 12x plus 20. Okay, so bring out the plus 20. Remind myself what signs multiplied together will give me a plus. So plus times a plus or minus times a minus. I'm then getting the factors of 20 that when added together will give me 12. Multiplied together will give me 20, added together will give me 12. So let's go. 1 times 20 is 20. 20 plus 1, does that give me 12? No, need to go again. 2 multiplied by 10 will give me 20. 10 plus 2, does that give me 12? Yes, it does. So x plus 2 and x plus 10 are my factors then, and I take the 2 plus signs. Okay, I've got x squared plus 20x plus 36. Right, remember, bring out the plus 36. First step is what signs multiplied together will give you a plus. It's a plus times a plus or a minus times a minus. Then I'm getting the factors of 36. That when multiplied together will give me 36, but when added together will give me 20. So 1 times 36 is 36. 36 plus 1 does not give me 20. Go again. 2 times 18 will give me 36. 2 plus 18 will give me 20. Yes, I'll stop there. What sign is in front of the middle term? It's a plus. So I'm taking the pluses then. So I've got x plus 2 and x plus 18. Okay, 14 then. Right, now this is slightly different. You have a minus in the middle, okay? Different to the other ones, you've had a plus in front of the middle term, but still the same procedure. So we've got x squared minus 9x plus 18. I bring out the plus 18. I remind myself what signs multiplied together will give me a plus times a plus, minus times a minus. I think about then the plus 18. I'm getting the factors of plus 18 that when multiplied together will give me 18, but when added together will give me 9. Forget about the sign for a second in front of 9, right? So 1 times 18 is 18. 18 plus 1 does that give me 9? Go again. 2 times 9 will give me 18. 9 plus 2 gives me 9 plus 2 gives me 11, not 9. Go again. 3 multiplied by 6 will give me 18. 3 plus 6 will give me 9. Now, what sign is in front of the middle term? Because I'm either taking 2 pluses or 2 minuses. This will ensure that I take the minuses. So I've got x minus 3. And I've got x minus 6 then as my factors. Okay? Now the next one then, 17. Factorize x squared minus 12x plus 27. Okay, I'm bringing out the plus 27. I'm reminding myself here that what signs multiplied together will give me 27. Plus times a plus or minus times a minus. So I'm getting the factors of 27. 1 times 27. That will add together to give me 12. Forget about the sign for a second. So 1 times 27 will not give me 12 added together. 3 times 9, 2 doesn't go into 27, so go on to 3. 3 times 9 will give me 27. 9 plus 3 will give me 12. What sign is in front of the middle term? It's minus, so I'm taking the 2 minuses. So my factors then are x minus 3 and x minus 9. Okay. Now 26 is slightly different again. There's a different step. You notice there's a minus here and there's also a minus here. Okay, so there's an extra step that we need to take into account. So it's x squared minus 3x minus 10. I put out the minus 10. I remind myself, first of all, what signs multiplied together will give me a minus 10. It's a minus, plus times a minus or minus by a plus, depending what order they're in. It doesn't matter. So I'll have the factors of 10 now that I need to work out. That will multiply together to give me 10, but you take one away from the other to give you 3. Okay, so be careful here. 1 times 10 is 10. 10 minus 1 does not give me 3. Go again. 2 times 5 is 10. 5 minus 2, does that give me 3? Yes, it does, right? Stop there. Remember, I'm taking a plus and a minus, right? The sign that's in front of the middle term goes with the bigger number. Okay, so we'll put a minus with the 5 and put a plus with the 2. So that will ensure then my factors are x plus 2 and then x minus 5. Okay? Right, question 27 then. Let's be careful here. X squared plus 7x minus 18. Again, I bring out the minus 18. I remind myself what signs multiplied together will give me minus 18. Be a plus times a minus and a minus times a plus. I'm then getting the factors of 18. That when multiplied together will give me 18, but when I take one away from the other, they'll give me 7. Forget about this sign for a second. So let's go. 1 times 18 is 18. No, 18 minus 1 does not give me 7. Let's go again. 2 times 9 will give me 18. 9 minus 2, does that give me 7? Yes, it does. Now look here, different to this up here. What sign is in front of the middle term? Because remember, you have to take 2 signs. It's a plus. Plus goes with a bigger number, therefore the minus will go with the smaller number. So your 2 factors are x minus 2 and x plus 9. Now if you put x plus 9 and x minus 2, it doesn't matter if you put whichever brackets you put in front of the other, it doesn't matter. Okay, because it's still the same thing, you're still multiplying them out together. Okay, question 29 then. I've got x squared minus 13x minus 30. Okay. Again, be careful, bring out the minus 30. I'm reminding myself what signs multiplied together will give me 30. What signs multiplied together will give me a minus? Plus times a minus, minus times a plus. I'm then getting the factors of 30. That when multiplied together will give me 30, but when I take one away from the other will give me 13. Forget about this sign for a second. So we'll say 1 times 30 is 30. 30 minus 1, does that give me 13? No, it doesn't. Go again. 2 times 15 will give me 30. 15 minus 2, does that give me 13? Yes, it does. What sign is in front of the middle term here? It's a minus. So remember, whatever sign is in front of the middle term goes with the bigger number, and you have to take a plus for the other number then. So your factors then are x plus 2 and x minus 15. And finally, question 30, and I check this one then. So we've x squared minus 18x minus 40. Again, you're bringing out the minus 40. Remind yourself, what signs multiplied together will give you minus? A plus times a minus times a plus, okay? I'm getting the factors of 40, where when I multiply them together will give me 40, but when I take one away from the other will give me 18. Forget about that sign for a second, okay? Don't worry about it. So we'll say 1 times 40 is 40. 40 minus 1, does that give me 18? No, it doesn't. Let's go again. So we'll have 2 times 20 gives you 40. 20 minus 2, does that give me 18? Yes, it does. Right? So we'll stop there then. Now we need to look, what sign is in front of the middle term here? It's a minus. So we're taking a minus and a plus, remember. So the minus will go with the bigger number and the plus will go with the smaller number. So we'll have x plus 2 and we'll have x minus 20. They're my factors. Now I just checked this here, right, just to ensure that I did it correctly. Give myself a minute or two just to check it. So remember, if I said if I multiply these out, it should be bringing me back to this original expression here, if they are correct, and I use the right signs and put the right signs, didn't put a minus here and put a plus here. So I've got x plus 2 times x minus 20, and then multiply out. Remember, the first bracket multiply into second bracket, first bracket multiply into second bracket. That comes out then to be x squared minus 18x minus 40. And is that what I have up here? Yes, it is. So it's correct. I've factorized it correctly. Okay, so that is your homework on your, I suppose, factorizing quadratic trinomials.